fresh wave of panic with reports of a new strain of coronavirus being reported from the United Kingdom, flights now being cancelled to and from the United Kingdom. How serious is the situation? Could we have a strain that some are suggesting could be much more virulent than the original SARS-CoV-2?
Well, there is a new strain that has been detected in the UK. It's a variant actually, which is under investigation at the moment. Some of the mutations that are seen in this strain have actually been around from April. What is unusual about this strain is the number of mutations that we are seeing in the spike region of the virus. And what this might mean, we don't know for sure, is that this virus might be somewhat more transmissible than the previous strains that we have had. We might see that this can spread more easily. We don't know this as yet, but it's a possibility. It's also possible that this strain might cause somewhat more severe disease because it replicates better than other strains. At the moment, these are concerns that are only based on sequence data, and we have some epidemiological data from the UK showing that this strain is spreading very fast and is replacing existing strains that were there previously, particularly in the last month. Is this a significant concern? Until we have more information, that can be quite hard to say. But it's important to remember that with all RNA viruses, a lot of mutations do arise. Some of them have consequences, many don't. Our best approach at this time is to make sure that in India, we sequence as many strains as possible, see whether we actually have this variant in our country as well. It would be useful to screen recent travelers from the UK, for example, and then wait and watch to see what happens with the strain in other parts of the world. It is a concern, but there is absolutely no need to panic.
You know, you're saying there is no need to panic, but is it unusual that such variants should emerge barely months after the original one? Is that unusual, or do viruses, as is being suggested, these are mutants that, you know, they will mutate and perhaps some variants could be more deadly than others? Is that how you see it? Therefore, not unusual at all?
It's not unusual for RNA viruses to mutate and for new variants to emerge. In fact, I've heard that there is a lot of discussion that this has emerged in the UK and in South Africa. Even though the UK variant and the South African variant do share some mutations, it's important to remember that these are not identical strains. They have emerged separately. This just goes to show that these kinds of variants emerge very frequently, and it's only if we match the genetic information with the epidemiological information and the biological information that we will be able to understand what these strains mean. At this time, we have a lot of genetic information, we have some epidemiological information, and very little biological information. Let's put all these pieces together before we decide how much of a threat this can be.